get into, and I am so happy that you guys are here. As always, like the live, share the live, let people know we are here. We're warming up the chat.
And let's do a thumbnail.
It's not even signaling on my side. I need to get into my chat. Are we sure we're live?
I'm sure we're live.
Okay, we're live. Woo! I'm in. That's always so weird, like to be like, are we live? Are we not? I'm having a hard time getting in the chat, but I see people here. Hey, Lori, you are the first to the chat today. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday.
Got it.
Done and done. All right, you guys, I'm going to let IG know that we are live. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing great. Ooh, I have like a weird hair thing going on. All right, the hair is good today. I did good with the hair. Dun, da, da, da. Getting, business out of the way, socializing the live, getting the thumbnail done, all the things. Let's see here. Oh, wow. So hard to get the correct shot. Okay. Lynn, thank you. I'm having a good hair day. You know what? I didn't use any hairspray, and so there's no like stickiness in my hair, and I kind of love it. It just feels so much softer today. I did do a couple of Velcro rollers. The volume is there. It's day one hair. I've had a very productive morning. I gave myself ample time. Like the kids are gone, the house is quiet again, and I just had a nice slow morning where how sometimes you just push things to the limit and you get distracted. And today I was like, I want time to eat outside. I'm gonna go ride the Peloton. I'm gonna wash my hair. I'm gonna get ready with ease. And so I feel a different sense of calm today. All is well. I hope you guys are having a good one. I love in the beginning of the lives, you guys usually tell me where you guys are watching from, and I am seeing everything from Australia to Oklahoma. Just you guys are from everywhere, and that's always so interesting to me. Sweden, Philippines, you guys. All right. Da, da, da. Oh my gosh. All right, so as you can spy on my desk right here, I am going to be going through all of my setting sprays because I realized that having one tray of setting sprays is enough. As much as I love this category, and when there's a new launch, I'm the first one to want to try, I feel like the tray that I have behind me, which I will be bringing forward once we warm up the chat and get everyone in, I am going to be going through category from long wear spray, dewy mists, powder melters, drugstore versus high end, what you would want for special occasion. Like I feel there's a lot of mystery surrounding setting sprays and which one does what. So I thought we would have a little conversation about it, and I would do a light edit because I think I need to get rid of at least half. This is like an offensive amount. I only have one face. Let's make some decisions and do a proper edit. PMC Trucking, thank you so much for being here. Hi Tati, I'm off to work till late shift, but my Shih Tzus are watching you today and I'll watch the rerun. Love you. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Lori, thank you so much. Happy that you are here as always. Yeah, Lynn Baker, yes. There are a lot of setting sprays. Now there are different categories, and I recently had a very lengthy conversation about the difference between a powder melting spray, one that gives you a dewy, glowy look to the skin, versus like a long wear spray versus something that you might put underneath your makeup. So there's a lot going on within setting sprays. And someone that doesn't know all the ins and outs with makeup might think that setting spray is just one item across the board, but this is a category that can really level up your makeup game. It is important. I absolutely use setting mists all the time, and I thought that, we'd go through it. Tips on how to prevent makeup from breaking up around the mouth and under the nose. Currently using Neutrogena Hydro Grip Primer. For under the nose and any area that's going to be kind of moving about, I would try, like even if you have combo leaning dry skin, if you have super dry skin, you really want to avoid using anything that's going to like leach moisture from the skin, being like a super mattifying primer. But if you have even kind of combo leaning dry, you can get away with using something that's going to prevent oil from coming forward around the nose, on the chin, around the corners of the mouth. That has been something that has saved the day for me, because for some reason I get sweaty around my nostrils and like it's never made any sense to me, or oily. Like that's the one area I'm like, could we maybe get like a little dewiness like on the cheeks or something? Like why right here? And so makeup on me tends to break apart around the nose so quickly. So I understand what you're talking about. Try using a mattifying primer just in that area and see what happens. You can totally go the drugstore route, so you don't have to spend a ton of money. Wet n Wild has a great mattifying primer, and just go from there. See if that little extra touch helps you out. If that's like a problem overall that you're noticing that you want to handle it. Be detailed. Tati, could you please tell us what skincare to use to reduce discoloration around the mouth too? All right, I'm gonna grab something that I just started using, and I kid you not, within 3 days, I am seeing such a difference. Hold on. This is from Nurse Jamie, and this is like the most epic miracle in a little tub. I can't believe I didn't use this sooner, because you guys know that my dark spots on my cheeks, they tend to be an issue for me. It's something I see all the time when I'm not wearing makeup. And to be honest, it's like the one area on my face that makes me want to wear more makeup and cover it up, because I just don't like it. And it doesn't really matter what laser treatments I've had or different retinols or whatever, peel or whatever, it always comes back. So I recently decided to try out from Nurse Jamie this brightening bar. It's a cleansing treatment with kojic and tannic acid. So you get a little scrubber in here, and what I have been doing, because I'm a little high maintenance with the self-care. I like feeling good. I like for my skin on my body to be very well cared for. So I'm a big advocate of dry brushing. What I'm doing right now is I will take some water, take my little scrubber, and I will scrub my mouth area where I get discoloration. Maybe you have melasma, different areas. Just kind of lightly get it on the face. Let this sit on your skin for a few minutes. So that's where I move into dry brushing, working on my body for like 2-3 minutes. And then I pop in the shower, wash it off. I did try putting this on in the shower and then letting it sit on the face in the shower, and it started stinging my eyes. That's why I'm doing it out of the shower. But holy smokes, I have so much hope that this is going to brighten up those areas in such a major way. Kojic acid is incredible for that. A lot of people will use it underneath their arms and on other areas of the body that they want to brighten, and why not use it on the face? I'm seeing success. So kojic acid is great. A cleanser that has it in there with tannic acid. This is truly a brightening bar. You can put it under the arms as well. Again, like it's multi-use. Not very drying. I really, really love this. So for those of us out there with discoloration, melasma, hyperpigmentation, that is such a good option. All right, Elizabeth K, the longwear drugstore that is comparable to the One Size Works. My makeup is shellacked on and waterproof, but it makes me so shiny. Any suggestions? Yes, okay. It makes me a little shiny too. I suggest going back in once you have let it really set on the face, lightly. and politely. We don't need to be aggressive here. You don't even really need to pick up more powder. Just take whatever velour puff you have on hand and press on the skin, on the areas that are feeling a little bit too shiny. Like I'll always kind of lift my forehead because I want to lift those lines. That's another hack. And just kind of pat. And it just kind of diffuses that shiny, vinyl-y look. If you don't like that, you don't want to be full glow, just pat your face down and it will remove some of that glow, but you still get that locked in effect that you're loving. So there you have that. I hope that helps. All right, you guys, make sure you are liking the live and sharing the live. So what's going on in your world, you guys? Tell me stories, what's new in your week. And also, you know what? Before I get into my favorite setting sprays, let me know, what is yours? Like, what's your ride or die? What's your favorite one? Leave it in the chat. I'm curious if I have it here, or if there's another one out there that's like a must-have that I am going to need to try, because I just have that personality where I always want to try something else just in case maybe there's something better. So drop it in the chat. I have not tried the new Urban Decay setting spray formula. I'm sad that the other one is gone. I haven't looked too much into the drama of it all, but I feel it's what Scandinavia's original formula. You can still purchase it. I love that one. I've used that one for years. I'm curious to see what the update with Urban Decay will be. Who in the chat has tried it? All right, to Olivia, every time I put on makeup, it pills, even with a moisturizer. Any suggestions? It's probably the moisturizer that's pilling. So if you're using too much product and it's not sinking into the skin properly, you can run into that issue of pilling on the skin. Now, in a hurry, just pat, don't rub. But be mindful the next time you go to do your makeup, maybe switch up your moisturizer. Maybe there is an ingredient or two that's not complementary with whatever foundation you're using. Or what I like to do is give a good 5, even 10 minutes to let your skincare products sink into the skin. Sometimes I even do that with primers. If I'm going in with a primer that's a little more hydrating, I like to start with my eyes, or fuss around with my hair, whatever. Just give those products a chance to penetrate so they're not just this goopy layer on top of the skin where if you go in with a brush and you're rubbing, you're gonna have the product itself pill up. I hope that helps. Is there sound on this? Hold please. She's having technical difficulties. All right, I'm gonna kind of organize a little bit over here. I hear the flip-flops. James is coming. He's gonna say, no, he's doing laundry. I was mistaken. You can hear everything in this house. Hi. You have tissues for me?
You're sniffing.
I'm always sniffing, especially when I'm like spraying like a ton of crap back here. So that's the problem. You guys, like pre-live, I'm like setting up all my setting sprays, and that was kind of an error on my part because when I get back here, it's a pretty small room. I'm just like bombarding my system with so much in the air, and then I've turned the Jasper off because I think the Jasper can be a little bit annoying when it comes on and is just like full blast. So yeah. I feel like there's some kind of weird thing that happens with live. Like I'm fine every morning, and then I sit down and I start doing this. I don't need this. I'm good. Are you
sound
going?
like you need it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Well, they're here if you need them.
Thank you so much.
Hey
Oh,
guys.
there's James.
How you doing?
Oh, you are tomato red
Why
today.
am I so red?
Because I'm not, and there's a contrast there.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
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 You're just a little red.
I'm red man, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
Do you guys need anything?
I think they're good.
I think they need a lot.
Oh, what do they need? They need you to come on here more. So please make your presence known and come back here.
What do you think I'm doing?
Well, I mean,
I'm
like in a little
here.
bit. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, cheers.
All right. Call me if you need me. I will be listening.
Oh my God. Ugh. I'm drinking an unsweetened turmeric chai that I'm trying for the first time. That was a little more spicy than I had bargained for. Whoo! Okay, cheers. That is so spicy. The chat goes wild for James, right? I just want him to come back here and like he doesn't even have to do anything, just like hang out and be, and somehow like my best lives in my opinion are when he is here and somehow the conversation goes into like really random storytelling and it kind of just happens out of nowhere. We don't plan for it to happen, but maybe he'll come back and hang out for a little bit in a little bit. But for now, I am going to start organizing my setting sprays and try to not choke and sneeze over all the different things that I have been misting. There's a lot of like conflicting fragrance going on the second I start doing all of like this business. Some of these are like straight up skincare, but that is kind of a hack in my opinion, especially underneath your makeup. Like if you want something to hydrate the face, but you don't want to run into the issue we were just talking about, pilling on the skin, a really good comforting, hydrating mist can go a long way. To Marshmallow, love your name. You finally made a live. Thank you so much for making it and for being here. And you guys, I do replay the lives. They're always going to be there for your viewing pleasure. If you catch 5 minutes and you feel like you want to lean back and watch more of it later, check out the replay. Please like and share the live. We're still warming everything up. And I'm happy to see so many of you. To Tatiana, just love your name so much. Hello, I sent a super chat a few weeks ago about my wedding and asked about a lip combo. Can you say it again for me? Getting married on Sunday. Oh my gosh, I wish my brain was that good. I don't remember what I recommended, but I'm going to just take a moment and think. I probably recommended Make It Forever Extreme, not the regular one, the Extreme, because wedding means we want things locked down, waterproof. Wherever Walnut is just that magical, beautiful shade that for some unknown reason, let's see if I have it right here. I should have it. I'm wearing a KVD Lolita right now. Oh my gosh, where'd you go? Where did you go? Wherever Walnut, oh, on the desk, like even more front place. Wherever Walnut, gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, just looks perfect. You can get away with matching so many different lipsticks, lip colors. I swear, it just is one of those that looks good on everyone and it holds. You want to make sure you're getting the Extreme, the black tube. Now for your lips themselves, I would say go with like a nudie pink. And the one that I don't know what I would recommend for lip. Like I'm trying to travel back in time and think like, what would I say? Nude Lust from Maybelline, Praline from ABH, and then just do some type of a beautiful lip oil or a plumper, depending on what you like. Patrick Ta lip plumpers are gorgeous, long wearing. They tingle in all the right ways and really amplify the volume and lip flow in your lips. So that would be my like recommendation, but definitely this lip liner. I hope that helps. To Valerie, hi Tati, Val from Atlanta. I have had COVID for the past 3 weeks. Finally 100% and put on makeup today for the first time in 3 weeks and it feels amazing for my spirit. Thank God for a good makeup day and the ability to just feel better when we pull ourselves to better to do. Let me rewind. I'm like losing my brain right now. when we pull ourselves together, we feel so much better. Like I've been struggling with this myself. Like when I don't do my hair or I have too many days in a row where I'm just at home, not wearing makeup, not feeling myself, and then I go and I put in the effort to get ready, like doesn't it feel so good? Doesn't your spirit feel a little bit different and you have a different energy? It's the best. So I'm so happy that you're feeling better. Thank you that you're hanging out in the chat on live. And I feel like, I don't want to say that I was sick, but like something was going around. Like for a couple of weeks, everyone I ran into was kind of feeling a little bit down. And I know I keep saying like, oh, I'm a little bit sniffly, maybe allergies or things I'm spraying around the house or the makeup, perfume, whatever. But like a lot of people have been hit with something. So you guys make sure you're taking all the things, take your vitamin C, hydrate, try to get outside a little bit every day. And like, it just seems like a lot of us are hit with a touch of something. I know I've been feeling it a little bit myself, and my energy is finally coming back on. Like I do feel like with my family here, I was a little bit lower energy just because we were like, go, 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 go. But then also I was like, but I think like I was kind of like touched with like something that I don't know. Okay. Jessica, my friend wants me to do her makeup for her wedding. I have little experience doing other people's makeup. Any technique, tips, and products to use? Check out my recent upload, the waterproof makeup best products that are not going to budge. That's where you'll go for like the best products that, it's a variety of drugstore and high end. I go through applications, some techniques, some tips. So there's a lot of really good information in that video. It's the newest upload on my channel. Watch that. And then make sure that you are practicing in advance, just so you feel like you are doing what she needs you to do, that you have all the right matches as far as color and foundation. And the internet, I mean, my channel definitely, but the internet as a whole, you can learn so much from watching tutorials. So I would just recommend kind of sitting down and educating yourself and trial and error maybe on your face, and then structure what you want to do and practice on the bride. And I think you'll do great. Sometimes with makeup, we overthink it so much. And while it is an art and you can definitely level up and do crazy things with, glitter liner and cut crease and lashes and be really artistic with it, when it comes down to like the base techniques, I have always said this, anyone can do it. So practice, watch some tutorials, and definitely practice with her. To Olivia, this is my first live I've been able to watch live, so I'm a little excited, LOL, but wanted to thank you for the Sol de Janeiro set I got. Love that you were one of my winners. Thank you for being on the Tati list. That was such a proud moment for me to be able to do a Tati list with a brand that I've spoken of so many times, like 30 plus times throughout my career, and I'm happy that you're enjoying it. To Marshmallow, claw clip recommendations. MEJ doesn't work for my hair. You know what? Claw clips generally don't work for my hair either. And then I saw this random IG and this will be like a new fear unlocked. So turn away if you don't want to hear about it, because this one stuck for me. Side note, this liner legit will not move. That's not even set with anything. Okay, so I was watching this IG of this nurse, and she was talking about how she doesn't recommend that women wear claw clips when driving because she's seen one too many people in the ER come in after being in an accident with like the plastic claw thing like jammed in the scalp. And that just kind of like stuck with me. Do any of you guys watch things and then the information just kind of glues to your system? So like every time I go in the car now, I'm like, oh, take that out. So I started using the flat claw clips and I love them so much. When James comes back here, I'll have him grab the one that I have in my bathroom. It surprisingly holds the hair. I want to say the one that I got was at Ulta from Kitsch, and it literally does not claw like this. It's just like a flat round circle that you kind of jam in. If you're doing like a little French twist or just, throwing your hair in a bun, you kind of just like lay it flat to the head. Those work great. Someone says, Emma says, hi Tati, I'm having tuna salad for my dinner. Do you like tuna? I love tuna. I went on like a weird, like eating tuna melts every day of my life for a while where I would not do like any bread with it. I have a gluten intolerance and I typically don't do bread, but I just throw cheese on top of it and bake it. Like I just form like little snowballs of whatever tuna mixture that I had and throw cheese on top and bake it at 350 for like 7 minutes. And then the cheese gets kind of crispy around the edges. And like, I went through a phase where that's all I wanted. And then I was like, I'm eating canned tuna too much. This is probably not the healthiest thing, but yes, I love it. Love it. Floralisa says, OMG, yes, me too. I have seen that flat kitsch claw clip. Get them in my luck bag from Beautylish. Nice. And Rebecca, did I miss your super chat? Get with the program, Tati. Did I? Ah, Rebecca, thank you for being here. I just wanted you to know how much you have brightened many of my days. I used to love makeup, but for the past 16 years, I have been unable to wear makeup. Thank you. Unable to wear makeup without suffering massive pain. Thank you. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I hesitantly, like, this is kind of a thing that I'm going through right now, you guys. I'm having to be more careful with my makeup than ever before, and it is like the battle of my life. So I've been very open about my issues with MCAS and histamine intolerance and trying to figure out what is triggering what in my system and what inflammatory things are being set off. And I have autoimmune and major inflammatory markers right now currently. And it's like a thing. It's like a thing where I can feel myself getting brain fog. Like literally, I'm having it bad right now. I can feel different just pains in my body, and I'm trying to sort out the root cause and like get rid of whatever the issue is, right? And it's kind of like the deeper you dig on information, the more you find out, the more you don't want to know, because makeup can be a big trigger. So I empathize. I'm happy that you're still here hanging out with all of us. But all of that to say, I am a little more aware right now of what ingredients are in my makeup. And I don't want to be. Like, I really, honestly, I don't want to be. Let me start there. I would like to be at In-N-Out having a cheeseburger, not caring about anything. But my body wants different. So it's a bit of a new pathway for me. And it's always comforting to know, like, and I think it's a gift that we have this online space to know that there are many other people out there that might be in a similar season to you. And just knowing that is a huge comfort. Late to the party, what are the sprays? These are just setting sprays. I'm kind of organizing them, and then I'm going to do a bit of a declutter, get rid of a few things. I have a Morphe spray here. This is maybe the one Morphe item in my collection. This is a really good setting spray. This one is great too. How am I gonna part with these? Like literally, I have a whole tray behind me also. Donna says, I can't have anything with sunscreen in it. With this said, I love Infallible and now can't wear the fresh wear because of the sunscreen. That is a bummer, right? Like, I feel you. I'm actually noticing that I'm having a little bit of an issue with some sunscreens myself. I always talk about feeling itchy when I use chemical sunscreen, and so I'm a big fan of mineral sunscreen. I really like the Tatcha one. I've started using the Vanny Cream sunscreen, which I just talked about in a video that's not posted just yet. Stay tuned. I finally found like a drugstore option, but I'm noticing now that when it's in my foundation, I'm kind of like, what is this? So I feel you. I feel you. And yeah, that foundation's a good one. So that is a bummer. Reformulations as a whole are such a bummer, right? Like when you're used to a product being like a particular way, you don't want it to change. Even if they say they're going to make it better, it's kind of like, stop it. A lot of the times it's not better, in my opinion. You guys, like the live. Someone says almost 1,000 likes. Well, we're a little ways from 1,000, but I appreciate that. And you guys like the live. like the live, share the live, share the love. Listen to your body. Yep, it's hard to agree or understand, but feels so good once you are on the same tune. It is, like, my body is so sensitive. The good news about that is, like, I know what works. The bad news about that is a lot of times I don't want to listen to what works. Like, a lot of times I get frustrated and I'm just like, I just want to use what I want to use. And I don't want to, like, I don't want to say I don't want to work with my body, but like there is that tension and struggle. And so I'm trying to sort it out and not be overwhelmed by everything, because I think that can be, you know, traumatizing to your system itself. So if you have this like, like I can't do anything, like that's going to stress your system, raise cortisol, cause inflammation. So it's kind of this whole thing of learning, taking a step at a time. If you're someone dealing with autoimmune, like good is good. Learn and apply where you can. But yeah, the body will tell you. The body will absolutely tell you. Like, I tried drinking coffee again, you guys. Literally, I hadn't had Starbucks in a year. In a year! Like, literally not in a year. And we went to the baseball game, and on the way home, I think I was just like thinking I was in another part of my life. Like, I kind of reverted back to like me and my sister, like, let's get a Starbucks and go to Target and hang out and just be carefree. And so on the way home from the game, I was like, do you want to grab a Starbucks? Like, that would be so nice, right? So we stopped and got Starbucks, and literally I got a headache like that. And I'm like, dang it. I'm like, I knew better than this, because if you didn't know, and let me not burst your bubble, it doesn't impact everybody the same, but there are a lot of mycotoxins in Starbucks beans. So they're a little moldy, and you don't want that, especially if you're a sensitive human, autoimmune issues, etc. So I had it, I enjoyed it. I thought I was like living my best life, and then very, very quickly I regretted it. And I literally felt hungover. I felt poisoned. And I was like, this is just not my imagination. This is literally my body going, hey, we hate this. Like, don't do this to us. There will be consequences. And so that's just one of those things where you live and learn. And then once you kind of let go of the thing that you think is bringing you pleasure and really surrender that, then you have these breakthroughs and you do start to feel so much better. There are so many people that have cut coffee. Like, I'm not the only one. I'm trying to find a replacement still, because I'll get good and crafty with how I can rework my life. So this is like an organic turmeric chai powder, like no sweetener, nothing artificial. And I'm like, oh, that'll be good. Like, that'll be nice. I don't know how this is gonna hit. It has a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's so spicy. I'm having a hard time drinking it. To Jeff, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it so, so much. Renee, moldy coffee beans. I don't go to Starbucks anymore or Dunkin'. My local shops have really great coffee and it costs less. Yeah, you know, the other thing that's so like weird, making coffee at home, like I'm off coffee. Like I have to be. It hurts my stomach. It gives me a headache. It's just somehow like a no-fly zone. But James, obviously, he was on here making his super coffee. He makes coffee all the time. If anyone comes over, he'll offer them coffee. He's like, hey, you want to see my grinder? And like, look at this. This is the oil I put in it. And I have this honey. And these are my beans. And like, he's so into it. So I'll smell coffee and it'll be so just aromatic and pleasurable. And he does make a great cup of coffee. It's so much better than what you can buy like in a local coffee shop. So I'm an advocate. If you still drink coffee, explore ordering some like fancier beans and like be your own barista and make it at home. Kurt, hey princess, that's it. That's the super chat. If you know, you know, and I know. Thank you so much for that. It is appreciated. All right, I need to do some organization because I have a whole other tray and I'm just being chatty as usual. I don't know about this. I don't know if I can get down. Like, I'm a person that if something makes me feel good, I'll drink more of it. So we shall see. But that is not tasting great. Leslie says coffee has lots of health benefits. It can, depending on the kind you drink, but also, do you guys feel like when you go online right now, you're just bombarded with everybody thinking that they know the right way for all of us? And I just don't think that's it. I think you have to tune in and figure out what's good for you and go with that. Because for the longest time, I was like, coffee, it's going to prevent Alzheimer's. It's great. It has antioxidants and like this and that and this, almost convincing myself like I need this. But for me, it started hurting my stomach. It started giving me headaches. I felt more dehydrated. And so my body was telling me to let go. So I think even when we have the research that supports that whatever thing is good for us, like our body is the truth teller always. And that's kind of my vibe. Not to say that coffee doesn't have health benefits ever, but you know what I'm saying? To Rebecca, have you watched Leanne on Netflix? So cute. Also, I haven't. I don't know what that is. Also, what are you reading? As for makeup, what are the cleanest eyeshadows? Everything makes my eyes itchy, scaly, and watery. I'm trying to find clean formulas that I like. They're few and far between. I will be updating. I think RMS Beauty is the best in the game as a whole. Also, Jane Iredale. But I need to try more. I'm on a mission because I'm starting to have that issue too. And it's so annoying. It's like I can feel when I wear certain makeup, it's like I can feel my eyes like tensing up and I'm just like, get out of here. Like, what is this? As for what I am reading, I am fully geeking out on The Body Keeps Score. I think I'm, the whole MCAS journey, like I'm trying to figure out like somatically, energetically what I can do to support my body and what my body might be telling me. So that's kind of where I'm at with all of this language as well. I'm not too deep in the book. It started out like a little bit over the top and strong. I kind of was like thinking it's going to be very like meditative and peaceful. And like the first few chapters are like war stories and very visual and graphic. So it's been an interesting read, but that is what I'm into at the moment. To Alora Grace, you make my days so much brighter, Tati. Best alternative for the Lorac Alter Ego lipsticks. I miss them so much. Thank you for saying that. That is so nice. I miss those lipsticks too. So I just did a huge declutter and the only lipsticks that I have left, I'll show you. Like we are down to the bare minimum. I have like a few stragglers outside of this, Lawless, some Urban Decay, some Huda, but pretty much this is it. So there hasn't been a formula quite like the Lorac formula, and they had the best nudes. I really feel they did. I would say alternatively, Charlotte Tilbury, Maybelline, surprisingly, the formula is very creamy smooth and they have a lot of really beautiful nudes, like this one that I have literally 3 of. No, this is Bare Reveal. Nude Lust. She's kind of stuck in here. This one right here, very similar to those Lorac creamy, nudie, kind of gorgeous tones. And it has the same slip and opacity. And then MAC. MAC is kind of just like the gold standard as far as bullet lipsticks. And I used to have a much larger collection of bullet lipsticks, but right now, this is it. Because I kind of just wear liner and gloss these days, really. Rebecca, have you tried the Dibs setting spray? I am curious. I am sort of currently obsessed with setting spray. You and me both. This has been a lifelong love affair. I have not. And I have, however, recently tried enough Dibs products, this lip gloss being one of them. This is the shade Effortless Pink. I'm actually just going to put some on. Their products surprised me. I don't know that I like the body stick that's like shiny, but I like the line enough that I'm like, ooh, I gotta try more. So I will probably check out their setting spray To be continued. I say that kind of going, should I not? I'm trying to get rid of things, but you know. All right, we're gonna get into this. We are going to get into this. There's a lot I can get rid of. I am going to try to categorize these as best possible. These all kind of do different things. So in my head, I'm kind of like, well, maybe you need it because it does different things. All right. We're going to go with long wear setting sprays first. This one from Tier, I actually didn't like. And I don't really know why I didn't like it. I can't put my finger on it. It's just that when I'm putting a long wear setting spray that is going to make the makeup last all day long and not move, I am now addicted to One Size and the Infallible, and I demand more out of the product. So this just didn't do enough. Now, their cushion foundation does not move. Like legitimately, that is one of the greatest cushion foundations, really transfer resistant. So I was thinking the mist would be very like similar in that budge proof quality, but this one was just a pass for me. So we're gonna move you over there. I am gonna get rid of the Morphe one. I did like this one, but I just buy. This I think I will always have on hand. I love this. This is not for everyday use. I feel like One Size and Infallible definitely went to the professional level and riffed off of some of these very professional products that are used on movie sets, that are used to really glue the makeup on the face. Like if there is a situation where the makeup has to perform, using something like Kryolan, this right here, will lock you in. There's nothing redeeming about this formula. It is not skincare. It's going to dry you out. You don't want to use it all the time, but if you need the makeup to be almost permanent, this is the big guns. It does not get better than this. You can order this online, but you have been warned. It is so strong. And to Zoe, oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here for such a generous super chat. Hello again, Tati. Happy Wednesday. It's great to see you again on live. Any recommendations on great mascara for sensitive eyes that get watery? Yes. Okay. I have got you. Because I am in my watery kind of, I don't want to say allergic, but like watery, having irritation issues with everything. Like my eyeballs are just more sensitive than ever. I'm also a lens wearer, and I have pivoted into the land of tubing mascaras. My favorite is from Half Magic. I'm wearing it today. You can build it up on its own. If you want to do a light coat and put lashes on top, it's great. Something awesome about tubing mascaras is you can let it dry and then go in with your lash curler, give a quick pump, and it really is just going to lift those lashes and hold them in place. There's something about the way a tubing mascara goes around the lash and literally tubes the individual lash, and the kind of texture that it leaves behind allows you to do that quick pulse with your eyelash curler, and it's a magical experience. So I would check out Half Magic. They have this at Ulta. I used the black one today. Yep, right here. They have different colors. They're really fun. Upper, lower lashes. They do not irritate. There's nothing flaking in the eyes. So that's what I have learned from tubing mascara that really, really works for me, is there's none of that little teeny tiny, almost microscopic little flaking that can get in the eyes that can be super irritating. Doesn't happen with a tubing mascara. This is the best one I found, and I hope that helps you out. Okay, let's get back into the mists. Now this was a newer one that I tried out from Revolution. They have a dewy hydrocool. I'm actually gonna part with this one. It just didn't do the skin in the way that I wanted it to. The illuminating fixing, this is actually pretty nice. This is a maybe. And then this one right here, the Super Hold, it's a little too drying on me, but if you have oily skin, acne prone skin, and you want something that's gonna mattify the face, if the person who is asking about long wear setting spray that's not gonna be shiny, like loving this one, but it leaves too much of a vinyl shine, this is more mattifying. It's not as strong as the Infallible, but it's pretty dang strong. It's just a little too drying for me and gives a little too much of a matte finish for my taste, but it is a really good one. So it's just out category for me personally, but it's not something that I wouldn't recommend, if that makes sense. Tati, what is your favorite eyelash curler? Shu Uemura, all the way. It's hard to beat that one. I really, really love Shu Uemura and Shiseido. Any recommendations for waterline eyeliner that stays put throughout the whole day? I currently wear the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliner in my waterline, but it smears after a long day. Okay, secret sauce. I've got you. This is like $4.99, $3.99 from Essence. The Stay and Play gel liners, they have a bunch of colors. I think they just launched more colors. This stuff is so rich. The opacity is unfreaking real. And when you put it in the waterline, it does not move. There is something in here that's just like locks you down. Does not move. One of my absolute favorites for the waterline. You are welcome. It's like $5. Shu Uemura is the GOAT. It really is. Like I cannot find better. I don't know why that one works so well, but it feels like it finds all of your little lashes right at the end. It never pinches. It's aggressive in the press, but you don't lose lashes. It's just the best. And thank you so much to Alora, encouraging everybody to like the live. Like the live, you guys. Where are we at? Let me refresh. 624. We can do better than that, you guys. We are about an hour in. Let's try to get over the 1,000 pretty soon here. I keep trying to like get more likes in each live so that the live can grow and do what it needs to do. Yeah, 900 people here. We can all give a thumbs up, and that would mean so much to me. So thank you when you shout that out in the chat. I appreciate it. MacFix Plus, this is the GOAT as far as like a powder melting, beautifully hydrating finishing spray. I'm gonna call this a finishing spray. So a setting spray to me would be something that's gonna lock. A finishing spray is gonna be something that kind of takes down that powdery look to the skin, gives you a little more lifelike appearance to the skin. This one works incredibly well with a little bit of heat. So I like to take my Dyson or my hair dryer and just kind of dry off the excess, and it gives you this gorgeous glow to the skin. What this does is very, very similar to if you've seen like the before and afters of someone using a collagen sheet mask, like overnight, where they do the mask all night long and they pull it off in the morning and all the juice of the mask has just really sunk into the skin, and it's not necessarily a slick of product on top of the skin. It's actually the skin being really, really beautifully hydrated. That's what this does, but as a mist at the end of your makeup application, it makes the skin look near perfect. This is such a good one. OMG, any advice for itchy hands? Hand, nail beds. I'm dying. Try some castor oil. Just like a little bit of it. You don't need a lot, even mixed in with other lotions, especially before bed if you get in the habit of that. Like legitimately, I don't have cuticles anymore ever since I started using castor oil before bed. And I'm someone that has struggled with eczema breakouts on my hands. And I feel like there's something to castor oil just lightly on hands and feet. I don't have any of that itchiness. It's when your skin gets too dry and itchy and inflamed, it can be such a nightmare. Also make sure that you're using hand soap that is not overly stripping to your hands. That can be kind of like a hidden enemy in what might be causing the issue. To Kelly. Gosh, you guys, you are like spoiling me today. Hi to my digital bestie. I was the one that asked for makeup advice for my trip within a community of hippie musicians. Great week. I thought about you when putting on makeup each morning and your beautiful advice. That's so awesome. I love that. I love that you had a great trip. I love that my advice was helpful. And I love that you're here. So thank you so much for the generous super chat. And to Annette, thank you for being here and for your super chat. I don't see a question, so if you have one, be sure to drop it in the chat. I know sometimes the super chats, they pull through before you have a chance to type in your question. Sometimes that happens, so just let me know. There you are. Hi Tati, what's your opinion on Medicube skincare? I have sensitive skin and was hoping for some input. The collagen jelly is really beautiful. It does have a little bit of fragrance in it. I don't know if you're sensitive to fragrance. I'm hit or miss with that. That one doesn't seem to bother me too much, but their overnight sleeping mask is incredible. It comes out clean on any app that I put the ingredients through, where it shows you like, oh, it has this potential hormone disruptor or this potential toxic ingredient. It's completely clean, great for sensitive skin. I love their skincare as a whole. I've had a lot of success using their skincare, but I would definitely say my two favorites would be, no, I have three favorites. Their collagen sheet masks are out of this world, non-irritating, beautiful. They juice up the skin in such a gorgeous way. Their pink PDRN serum is really gorgeous as well, very gentle. And then that overnight mask is amazing. Medicube sleeping mask, you need the special spatula. I don't use the spatula. I just use my hands. And I try my best when I'm using that mask to not, like, I'll try so hard to sleep on my back, which I try to do anyway, but I can't. I end up on my side. But that mask in the morning is pretty hilarious. I don't know how people are sleeping to do like the morning shed where they're filming it. Cause I thought for a while, I was like, oh yeah, like I can put this on and I can do the morning shed and it'll be so cool. It literally kind of strings off by the time you're awake and it's a whole thing. You don't have to peel it off. You can just use water. But I swear that mask overnight, if you have the patience to put it on, let it dry and go to bed wearing it, it eats up your lines like nothing else. And I'm a Botox-free woman, so I've got a lot of lines going on. And whenever I use that one, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I should use this every night of my life because it really does the trick. If I sleep on my back, I snore, Amber. That would be my husband. I'm constantly being like, roll on your side. Would you please roll on your side? Because he loves sleeping on his back. And I'm like, you know what? If I could sleep on my back, I would be anti-aged to the heavens. Because when I'm on my side, I'm just like, and I try to use my Nurse Jamie pillow. But sometimes you just want the fluffy pillow to, you know. But he literally, for some reason, snores if he's on his back. No, thank you. To Cassandra, have you tried the Polite Society New Lip Plumper? You might not miss your plumpers so much. I have not. I do have ample lip plumpers on hand to try. I think I'm going to be doing like a breakdown of the very best of. I'm very picky with my lip plumpers. I feel 9 times out of 10, they dry your lips out over time. That's my big complaint with them. But right now I would say my favorite is the Patrick Ta, but I have not tried the Polite Society. Dawn, I do the same thing with my husband. Roll on your side, please. Does anyone else have this though? And like my sister and I were talking about this. I don't know what it is. It makes me feel like in my weird like, of like energy work and like everything's energy and like all of that. I don't know why, but he'll be snoring. And if I so much as like put my hand on his shoulder, he'll stop. Like just my touch will stop him from snoring. And then I'm just like, thank God. And then I roll over and I'm like, okay, now you have 2 minutes to fall asleep. And like, he'll start snoring again pretty quickly, but just like a touch. And eventually he gets annoyed with me. He's like, stop. Like, why do you keep touching me? I'm like, because you're snoring. Anyone else do that? Please tell me. Please tell me. To Kurt, I realize you like mascaras that do the most. Yes, I do. But I would love to see you try Judy Doll Slim Iron Mascara. It's definitely on the natural side, but the wand is so unique and innovative. I'm going to screen capture this and take a peek. I have not heard of that one. Is it like a natural formula too? Because my eyeballs need it. I'm kind of wondering, like, could I, me, the glamorous me that loves makeup more than anything, like, could I ever walk down that avenue of being like clean girl, more natural? I don't know. Like, I'd like to figure it out in a way that I feel good about myself, but I'm just not there yet. To Sonia, have you tried glycolic salicylic acid as your deodorant? You don't need max concentration. I personally follow it up with a no aluminum deo and have great results. No body odor, but you still sweat. I'm gonna overshare for a moment. Most days, if I'm at home and not leaving the house, I don't wear deodorant at all. And let me tell you, I don't stink either because I have purified my diet so deeply that literally I just don't smell. And I can tell by the food, this is gross, but I can tell by the food that I eat. Like, I'm off garlic, onion, spices right now, so I'm not eating anything that would be like offensive coming out of me body odor wise. I just don't smell at the moment, so I haven't been wearing deodorant, and it's been like a nice detox. And that's just kind of where I'm at. So I haven't needed a solution. I do have deodorants that I love. Bella Skin Beauty, which is more of a probiotic spray. That one is really, really good. If you want to use something more on the natural side, aluminum free, you will, it's kind of like what you just described. You will still sweat, but you'll smell great. But I haven't gone the glycolic salicylic acid route. Interesting. You guys are so funny. Other people have stopped deodorant too. I love that. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I went through this wild woman phase and I haven't like overshared too much about it online, but like when I had my infamous year offline, I literally, like, it felt like I was a woman in a cave. Like, I pulled all my hair extensions out. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped wearing deodorant. I went on like a huge just emotional purge detox. Like, I'd look in the mirror and be like, who are you? You know, and it was a great time. It was such a level up for me spiritually, and a lot of inner work was done, but I changed a lot about how I approach life and how I live life. And like, I saw everything very differently during that time. And the deodorant thing kind of stuck. So that was like almost 5 years ago. At first, you kind of feel like a wild woman that maybe you don't smell the greatest and maybe like you're gonna need to detox all that junk out of your system. But then there came a time where I was just like, weird. I actually don't need this anymore. So that's that. You guys, this is so funny. So many people haven't used deodorant. This is like a hot topic, right? Because also, here's the thing, and I'm not saying like don't use deodorant. Like, you want to smell nice, take a shower, take care of yourself, have good hygiene. But there is something to be said. Like, if you're going through some kind of a bigger detox or you want to make a shift in your health, your lymphatic system, heavy-handed going on in your armpits, right? You want to free it up, let things flow. You want to be able to sweat a little bit and not block everything up. That's just my belief. And there we go. And now someone follows up. The next thing I see is, are we going to hear more paranormal stories? You guys, when I go to bed at night, sometimes I think about like what paranormal stories I want to share with you guys, but they're actually quite disturbing. Like it kind of gives me a little pause of like, do I want to share that with the internet? Because I had to overcome quite a bit. I'm talking about people DMing me and telling me things that were going to happen, and they had no like business knowing certain things, and then like things would happen, like weird. Are you saving me from that? You're like, stop talking.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Paranormal.
I was listening to 30 seconds ago, the conversation about deodorants.
You don't wear deodorant either?
I stopped using antiperspirant. I noticed there was something that happened that the more antiperspirant that I use, the more I sweat.
Yes, totally.
So
like it's a weird like mystery.
It's like it causes the problem that it's supposed to solve.
Yes.
And if you take antacids, you have more acid reflux, more heartburn.
Actually, yes.
So I think that they're just lying to us about everything.
I think so too.
It's a conspiracy.
Everything is. Yeah, that is so weird.
But
and you don't smell bad.
Well,
and I don't smell bad.
I do have more of a human smell than I used to have. Well, instead of smelling like a fragrance that is masking and covering
No,
up.
but you have good hygiene, so you smell great.
But I still smell like a man.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
it's not going to take that away. But
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
what were you saying about paranormal?
Oh, someone was like, I'm talking about like being a wild woman and stopping wearing deodorant. And then I glance at the chat and it's like, tell us your paranormal stories. And I'm like, yes. So while we're talking about stripping it all down, let me tell you about what I went through. We were kind of going there. Do you want to try this? Do you want
spicy.
Try it.
But it doesn't have any honey in it.
No, it doesn't.
Then I won't like it.
This is like, you got to be a baddie to
Can I
drink
put
this.
some honey in it?
No, I'm good.
Honey? So what else is happening?
Let's
Yes,
see.
Richard updates, please.
Everything's great. Thank you, Richard. Everything is just great. You guys, this is going to be an epic month. Stay tuned. She's been busy.
Do you know what's
I've
funny?
said that for a long time, but like she's been.
Do you know what's funny?
Yes. Or I don't. Tell me. Do you hear that?
I heard a siren.
I heard a siren too, and I'm like, wait, is it
First Wednesday? Yeah.
God,
they're
you
testing
guys,
the
first
sirens.
Wednesday of every month, the sirens go off, and it's always like I tell James, I'm like, will we ever get used to this? Because so many people are like, oh, welcome to Texas, you'll get used to it, and I'm like, no, you won't. Like literally a couple nights ago, it felt like the sky was falling. We had such a crazy windstorm, and like literally we had metal shard in our backyard, like scraps of metal. The loungers got all like torn apart, and
I'm gonna let them hear it.
you're gonna let them hear it? He's opening a window. Anyway, we both woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like turning on the news and there's just nothing. There's like nothing. It's like everybody's fine. And I'm like, I don't think we will ever get used to this. Do you guys hear the siren? It just kind of...
Stop talking, you'll hear it. Okay.
I don't think they can hear it.
It's done.
It's just eerie. Someone says don't get used to it. It's the times that you get complacent and bad things happen. You know what? I kind of agree with you. Like we at least got out of bed and like made sure everything was all right, you know?
So back to the Richard thing. It's really funny because like sometimes when you have information, like a secret, like what good is a secret if you're not able to like share it with somebody?
Stop.
And from time to time, you know, I interact with some of your followers, like someone, they had a missing Tati list box yesterday, and I was like texting and giving her a new tracking number and everything, and she was giving me messages to pass along to you, and I just wanted to like whisper to him like, hey, and then I like stopped myself, like, hey, you want to know a secret? And
so you're communicating and going to spill tea with my audience.
No. I'm saying it's just really interesting, like holding on to something. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe I said too much. Thanks, Richard.
You're good. Thanks, Richard. Oh my gosh.
All the details, please.
All the details are coming soon. I love that we had like such an intense conversation about deodorant, you guys. You just made me feel so much more normal, and thank you for that. Thank you.
Normalize being a wild woman.
Normalize being a wild woman, and sometimes setting it down. And sometimes just centering yourself and figuring out how you actually feel about things and how your body feels about things. James could never work for the Secret Service. No. Do you know what this man does?
Secret Service.
He literally will buy me a gift that's like for an appropriate like gifting time, like a month down the line. And he's the person that's like, I gotta tell you what I got for you. Like, do you want to know?
But why
And then
would
you'll be like, do you want to know? Like, if it's concert tickets or something, you're like, do you want to know? Okay, I'll tell you. And I'm like, what?
Okay, but why would I want to work for the Secret Service? You're either A, guarding the president, or B, working for the Treasury, investigating counterfeit. That's a little bit boring.
We're taking it too far.
Why not the CIA? That would have been like cool, you know, to be a spy.
Do you know what show we're watching that is so good? That's a little bit older on Netflix. Lazarus.
The
or
Lazarus
is it the
Effect.
Lazarus Effect?
Yeah.
So good.
It's so good.
If you're into any kind of like time travel, that kind of thing, it's very, very good. We love it.
Yeah, we just finished season 1. Season 1, like the finale was like so good.
So
it was
good.
so juicy. Like shows, they don't make them like that anymore. And season 2 is pretty good. But like season 1, like, it hits.
It hits.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
See you guys.
M. Dean said, I just joined. What is the best glowing setting spray? I've got you. Huh.
You were like under the microphone.
Oh, what? Am I like shouting at them? I got you. Hold on. But wait, there's more. Okay. I got a problem. So, hi guys. I love setting spray. I'm trying to only keep what can fit in here. Reasonable, right? Okay, so for glowing, where is my new love affair? Where did she go? Oh my gosh, where is she? Bear with me, you guys. I'm having brain fog at the moment, and like, things are not working. Hold, please. I think we were using it in... Okay, so I believe when my sister was here, we may have moved it into the other bathroom because I love the D'Alba White Truffle from Italy Glow Mist. It has oil at the top that you want to shake, and just like 2 mists will literally just transform your skin into the most glowy situation. You don't want to get it in your hair. That's something that I learned the hard way. If you spray it, you want to make sure you're covering your hair from a distance. You literally only need 2, maybe 3 mists. The bottle should last you a long time, but that is probably the best glow spray that I have ever used, period. Period. Data, you knew it was going to be D'Alba. Like, I have turned so many people on to the D'Alba spray now. It is different. It's out category of most everything that I have here. My next in line favorite, but it has a totally different sensation and use, would be the MAC Fix Plus. Now the Fix Plus Stay Over alcohol free. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I just need to make space. And this one, honestly, it does not even come close to the OG. I think this is the older bottle and this is the bottle update, but I'm going to keep them both. This one we're getting rid of. Okay. I'm also going to get rid of the Wet n Wild Mini Matte. This is a good one for someone that wants something inexpensive, drugstore, that is mattifying. This is really comparable if you like the D-Slick from Urban Decay, the former formulation. This is a really great one. I am also, no, I need to test this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one too, the Tear. I love their foundation so much. Their mists just did not do it for me. So I'm making some room. I'm also gonna get rid of this one. The Natural Finish Skin Loyalty from LYS, Blur Mattify Set. This just didn't do enough. It didn't mattify enough. It was a little all over the place. Like, I wanted to love it because I like LYS so much and I like the bottle and all of that, but we're making room. Okay, Juvia's Place. Getting rid of this one too. This is the Ready Set Sealed Setting Spray. This one, what do we got in here? I don't like the ingredients. I don't like, it's plastics, it's got fragrance, it's not like, no. All right, where are we at, chat? Okay. Oh, thanks, because I was on the fence about the tier one. You know, if you're looking for true long wear, just go L'Oreal. I think the tiers, they are meant to be very like long wear, waterproof, and you think you're getting the same longevity as their compact foundation, which is incredible. But if you want something to make your face like sweat, water, humidity proof, not moving, One Size or Infallible, those are the two best. Hi.
Hey.
You're back so soon.
Yeah, do you care to walk the higher wire without a net?
Sure.
I gotta run to FedEx. I gotta go.
Oh,
send
I thought you were
some
going to
samples.
say something. No, go. Get out of here. We're great. We're great.
I'll be
I thought
right
I was
back.
like, what is he going to say? Like, I never know what you're going to say, you know? My gosh. All right. Love you too. The Charlotte Tilbury, do I have that one here? Yes, of course. Of course I do. I have a lot of minis scattered around. Charlotte Tilbury is another one that is very, very good to lock the makeup in. This will make your makeup sealed, not moving, doing all the things. It's not as drying or aggressive as One Size or Infallible. So One Size and Infallible, anything that comes in that aerosol pump, not the healthiest for us, but, and you guys are so funny. I'm glad you don't share the paranormal stories. Yeah, okay, someone doesn't want me to. I think, to like circle back there, let me like, my focus is here, there, everywhere for a moment. I feel like when I do that, it will be a podcast. And maybe there will be, I don't know if I would do like a 2-hour firewall podcast where it's like someone that wants to be here intentionally, that wants to hear kind of like what really happened during that year off from the internet, what really happened during that era and time, because I had a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of things going down. Like who I am now is so different to who I was then, like pre that time. And there's just so many things that took place that in the moment were very confusing, that I've had to navigate and work through. Most of it I've worked through solo, and kind of stepped away from so many people getting in my head. And I feel really sound and safe and good about things now. But I think I'm not the only one out there that has gone through some like weird life stuff where you go, like that shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening. Like like my perception of reality fully shifted. So there's that. Anyway, my God. I feel like a lot of people went through this during the pandemic. Like when I go online, a lot of people had like the spiritual smackdown. And like I got so scared during that time that I like shifted, just like everything shifted. Anyway, what am I talking about? Kay Janelle, thanks for the hair compliment. I appreciate it. Mariah, do you read any self-help books? If so, what is your favorite? Not really. I kind of went, like the joke was from one of my best friends. She's like, if I were to go in Barnes & Noble, I know where I'd find you, in the self-help section. And like, that was a joke of me like back in high school even, because I was always like trying to better myself and like figure myself out. Who am I? Why am I here? So I've read plenty of self-help books. And the reality is most of them don't work. Like you have to put things in motion and put things in practice on the daily to see breakthroughs. And, you know, I don't want to say an art to rewiring your subconscious, but even just that like beginning place of understanding that your subconscious is running the show a lot of the time. And who we think we are authentically a lot of the times is not. And there are layers to ourselves to dig in on. And I've been doing that deep work for years now. And a lot of the work is slow and boring and it's not in a book, sadly. So yeah, I think the most self-help that I'm reading right now is The Body Keeps Score. And then Untethered Soul is really, really good. But also that one kind of messed with my head a little bit too. Like you need to be aware of what information you're putting in. Like you are programming yourself all of the time. Like who do you want to be? Look at the teacher. Do they resonate with you? Do they have something that you are after? Is that the path you want to take? Because when I was reading Untethered Soul, I became utterly aware of my inner monologue and I was like, oh my God, none of this is me, you know, and like it started feeling very crazy for me. So like take a grain of salt with everything, you know? I love these conversations though, and there's something that calls me to it. Like I can feel an excitement, like even here on live with you guys, when I talk about these things, I feel energetically like people lean in, like they want to know more about it. And that does encourage me to want to share, but also I myself am very careful to not position myself as teacher, right? Like I don't want people following my path and what I went through. If I can inspire you by some of the challenges that I've overcome, great. But I don't want to be seen as someone who's giving like, do this guidance to get this result. You know, that's not what it is. But I have deeply, deeply been interested in spiritual things, supernatural things, just bigger questions of who am I? Why am I here? Where do we go when we die? What is all of this about? What even means anything? Does any of this even matter? Now that I know that it doesn't matter, what do I desire to have matter? Like, even in terms of beauty, like, do I need it? Do I need to wear makeup? Do I need to be this? Is this a part of my mask? Is it a part of my character? Like, who am I on the underneath? And like, I had a tug of war with that for a really long time. And now I'm in a place where I choose to embody the person that I am when I pull myself together and how I feel. I'm very aware and conscious of the choices that I make with how I present myself, and that I do feel better when I'm playing in this arena, and it's a feel good, and I'm here in a human experience, and that's okay. So there's been a lot. That was a really long answer. Let's refresh the chat because you guys froze. You guys, I love you so much. Like, you're so supportive, even when I go like off course and just chat about the wild and all of it. I appreciate it. I love hearing that people had an awakening in 2020. There are a lot of us. Like, for me, my version of what I would call an awakening was just all of a sudden, like I tell James, I'm like, I jumped off the train. Like, I just jumped off the train. I couldn't not jump off the train. It was like it wasn't even a choice. It just like happened. And once you jump off the train and you kind of see that life is kind of in this looping existence of different phases, and that we do tend to be programmed to follow suit, to do, you know, junior high, high school, college, then you get married, you buy a house, you have some kids, you raise the kids, and then they're teenagers, you're helping them with their next phase. And it's this whole thing that I never personally stepped back and thought, is this actually like who I am and what I want? Like, is this how I want to live my life? And so now, as a woman in her 40s with no kids, I'm looking at the world very differently and going, okay, my life obviously looks very different than what I had planned, but why did I have that plan? Like, can my life be exciting and enjoyable and pleasurable differently than what I had thought I needed to be happy? So now I'm looking at things like rebuilding business, traveling, having the time to dig deeper into my spirituality, all of those things. And it's been really good. It's been really hard, but it's been really, really good. To Carolina. Hi, Tati from Baja, Mexico. Longtime follower here. Do you have any recommendations on drugstore budget eye primers? I'm saving my pennies for a trip next month. Love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. When it comes to drugstore eye primers, I struggle. I'm not gonna lie, I struggle. Milani has one of the best, and that one is pretty affordable. It's not gonna be like a Painterly paint pot. It's gonna be something that you let just kind of sink in on the eyelid, and then it will allow your eyeshadow to be a little more vibrant, blend better, and wear better without creasing. Wet n Wild, I believe, has a pretty good eye primer as well. But my go-tos do tend to be like on the daily Painterly Paint Pot or MAC's 24-hour waterproof eye primer. Alora Grace, thank you so much. I love all of what you were saying, Tati. You are speaking from your heart, and we can tell you are much better and stronger than ever. You know, thank you for saying that. The funny thing is, like I'm figuring things out as I go. And then like in the midst of it all, a lot of things with my health have shifted. So it's like when my brain came online to be like, oh, like I want to live this way, that way, like everything else fell off. And like my body is like trying to keep up and telling me that it wants to live differently as well. So it's been this whole legitimate journey. And like that word gets thrown around so much where it's like, oh, my journey, oh my awakening, oh my, you know. And it's just, I've continued to show up filming beauty content, and then offline, I've just been like processing so much. Where like, yeah, like I think I freaked out my family legitimately. Like there were times, like not in a dark doomsday way, but like I sat with my mom at one point and I'm like, Mom, like I mean this in like the most expansive, beautiful, non-scary way. Like I am in no way feeling about myself at all. Like don't get it twisted. But like, why do you like being alive? Like, have you ever sat with that question? Like, not just what things make me happy, like, oh, going to the movies and like tasting something delicious, like the things over here that can give you like these bursts of pleasure for like a short period of time. Like, that's not real happiness and that's not real purpose. So like, do you ever sit with yourself and think, what is it in my existence that enjoys being here? Like that's a big one to sit with. And that can take some time. Anyway, yeah, you say that to someone in the wrong way without the correct disclaimer and they're like, are you okay? You know? Oh my gosh, data, the thoughts I have when I can't fall asleep. Right. The problem for me is I have those thoughts like during the day. Like I'll be cleaning the house and I'll just be like, what is existence? You know, and I go really, really deep and a lot of people don't want to. And I would like to find people that want to go deep. I really would. And it feels a little bit in the beauty space, sometimes a little bit off. Like people don't expect that. They're like, get back to the makeup, please. Like, let's not talk about the stars. Like, let's get back to the makeup. But it is something that's kind of gnawing at me and that I do want to open up about. And to circle way, way back, the paranormal stuff really was that kickoff point. It really, really was. So I'll tell you one paranormal thing that's not super scary, but it kind of is. I won't give you the details of it that were super, super scary because it still kind of makes me go like this. Whew. But because this stuff does not make sense. Like it does not make sense when something like this happens. So back before the pandemic, when all the drama was kind of kicking off and I was just like a piñata taking swings online. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you guys like the level of just negative energy that on any given day could be dumped on my person, on my existence, like people telling me that I wasn't worthy to be on this planet, that kind of thing. Like it got really, really dark. And I was having, of course, like really bad nightmares. And there was one reoccurring dream that was very specific that actually had to do with live streaming, where I'd have this dream that I was sitting down in my LA studio and I would be live streaming and something would happen. And it was horrifying. And I would like wake up and be like, oh my God, like, oh my God. And I kept having this dream. And then randomly, this random person slides into my DMs and says, Tati, I know what's going on with you. And I just want you to know the reoccurring dream that you're having. I know what they're doing to you, which was like, who's they? For one, I know what they're doing to you. Don't do it. And that like messed me up in the head so bad. Like I've never shared that out loud in any kind of like a public space. Does anyone get the goosebumps with that? Like that took a minute to process. I was like, A, how do you know what I'm dreaming about? B, what, you know, and also why am I having this reoccurring dream? So there was a lot of different beginning points to this adventure of seeking more and kind of trying to better understand the human experience that we're all in, why we're all in it, all of that. So that was just like a sampling of like things like really, really escalated from there. But yeah, it was freaking crazy. Teresa, nothing in your life will change if you don't change it yourself. And it is the hardest thing to do. I applaud you. Love from Tessa. Thank you so much. I agree with that. I very, very much believe, and this is something that was passed to me that's like a simple statement that I think is very, very true. You save yourself and you betray yourself. And if you can think of just that in a lot of your emotions day to day, like how am I like leaning toward my goal, who I want to become, what I'm doing, is it pulling me toward the thing I want to become, or am I self-sabotaging and getting in my own way? And I try to live by that as much as possible. I want to see what you guys are saying. Who was this person that DM'd you? Someone I didn't know. They didn't come to me with like psychic advice. I had so many psychics at the time. Literally, I'd open my DMs and it'd be like, Tati, warning, warning. And it's like, this is happening. And I'm like, okay, like deep breaths. First off, I personally feel now, like where I'm at in my life, like you pursue the practitioner doesn't pursue you. There's kind of like, there's a thing there. But there was a time, and it was around all of my internet drama, where I would have so many psychics like in my DMs. It was unfreaking real. The person who DM'd me was not claiming to be a psychic. They were not a family friend. I had never met them. I didn't know them. So it really freaked me out. Someone says, not trying to imply anything, but have you ever gone to therapy? I absolutely have. 100%. 100%. And I mean, it's hard to express the intensity, like whatever side you pick, as far as like online drama, like all parties involved are suffering. They just are. There's a suffering when public opinion becomes kind of this, this big thing, and you feel it. Like I felt it. To Brittany, I'm so grateful that you're speaking about this. Ever since my dad passed, I've been trying to balance life with grief, overthinking, and having health anxiety, even though everything is fine. I heard, and I'm sending you love. Thank you for sharing. Grief is thinking about all the ways things could have been. And so that's something to process deeply, of letting go of the story of how things could have been and really trying to be more in the moment. And that has helped me out a ton. I'm sorry that you're going through that, but you can get through anything. Please say hi to Drew. Super chat was missed. Thank you, Lori. You are the best for doing that. Drew, where are you? Drew. Thank you, Lori. You honestly, you are like, I love you so much. Thank you. Just wanted to say I have you on every single day, and I even recommend you to all my heels girls that I teach to watch, because you're healthy social media for women to watch. You teach heels? That's amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, you don't know this about me. I don't talk about it often, but I grew up with a big dance history. I took ballet from like age 3 through teen years, and then did jazz and hip hop and all of that. And I love dancing so, so much. And I have wanted to go and take dance classes again. But if I'm being just like totally honest, I am terrified of taking group workout classes, because I had one incident where I was at a bar class and someone was filming me as I was like grunting and like barely able to lift my leg and like sweating and like heaving over the bar. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't need this. Like, this feels very vulnerable. Like, I don't need this on the internet. And so the idea of like going to a dance class like terrifies me, that people are like filming their TikToks and then I'd be in the background doing some weird thing. but I would love to take a heels class. That's awesome. And let me catch up on here. Kurt, you are proving even live why your podcast would be so important for so many of us who have struggled with mental health and are forever seeking self-improvement. We need you to share that wisdom, girl. Thank you so much. I actually, like, if I'm paying attention to how I feel when I talk about this stuff, I think that I feel afraid, but the truth is I don't. I actually really enjoy talking about life as a whole, how we can improve our lives as the individual. I'm really big on helping what you can in your immediate and not being overwhelmed by this very, very crazy world. And I have a lot to say on the topic, but I do tend to kind of downplay myself, and I kind of get in my head of like, yeah, but like no one wants to hear from the beauty girl about this. Like, why would they? And then I'm here and I'm talking about it and it feels really, really good. So thank you for the encouragement. Back to Drew. I teach heels classes to women of all ages, and I always recommend you to them because you're such a safe space. You've sent me 2 super chats now, and I just really, really love that you're here and that you're recommending women to watch my channel is everything. Thank you so much. Can you imagine me popping up on TikTok just for like the hell of it, doing like really cringe dance TikToks, even though that's like not the thing anymore? Part of me thinks that would be really fun. Hi Tati, finally watching live. Hi to Annie. I never miss the replays, but it's hard to watch live with a 1-year-old. Thanks for all you do. Sending you lots of love and good energy. Thank you for being here. And I can't stand it when my chat freezes because then I lose it all. Okay, I'm refreshing. Okay. Much of what you share strikes a deep chord within me. You may enjoy the book SU. I feel like that didn't get typed out all the way. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's get back to the setting sprays because she has a lot to declutter. Why do I even have this? Evian. It's water. It's water and, well, I guess there's glycerin in here. Wait, do I like this one? Anything with glycerin in it, because that's an ingredient in Fix Plus, I typically, ooh, that got a little crazy. I typically want to try because I feel like it's the glycerin that makes the skin look so pretty. That spray's weird though. I don't know, but I feel like I want to give it another try. This NARS setting spray, the makeup setting mist, light reflecting. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I think I just don't like it. I never reach for this one. So the tray that I have here, I'm constantly coming in this room and I will be misting my face all the time. Oh, the Dalba one was right in the front. You know how I was looking for this? So you shake her up and she is just like the most glowy, juicy, beautiful, but definitely has oil in her. So you only need a few mists, but a really beautiful powder melting, glowy mist. You guys, we're like 100 away from 1,000. Please like the live. To Claudia, the dupe for the CT being the Milani one, I'm in agreement with you. I think that is ingredient-wise and what it does for the skin, very much a great option at the drugstore. Lauren, she's talking about the heels class. People stink. I was wondering why you like to work out at home. You should be able to go to the gym and take a dance class. I mean, it's my own fear and I could just get over it, but also I like taking breaks. I like being in tune with my body. And like if I'm working at home and doing weights, sometimes I press pause and I take a minute. And sometimes I feel like when you're in a group setting, although it's nice to go to like a Pilates class or even a dance class, like it is fun, but like you're not in charge so much of like when you can press pause and do some deep breathing. And like I really like doing that. So there are two reasons. One, the fear of people recording me in a class. Two, I like to go at my own pace. And also, like, I feel like there's less likelihood of injury. Like, I'm a big advocate for, you know, doing a workout at home, going on YouTube. You can literally type in anything. Like, if you want to work your glutes, sometimes I only have 10 minutes and I'll just be like 10 minutes with weights, glutes. And there's so much that will pop up and I'll be able to get some movement in my body. And it just changes everything. I really feel like we should be moving our bodies every single day. And I think now that I've worked out at home for so long, I don't really see it changing. I enjoy it. So even though like the reason to begin with was kind of like, oh, I just don't want people recording me, like ultimately, I like it. The dance thing is harder though, because you do kind of need like a dance teacher to help you through everything that you're doing. Like I think taking a dance class online is not the same as one in person. So I will say that. Do you like the Kosas spray? I have it right here, and to be honest, I'm trying to love it more than I do. I don't reach for it much. I want to love it because I like the ingredients. I like that it's a clean formula. I even like the color of the bottle, but I think I like this one better. Their original one. This one right here really is not a setting spray. It's the Plump and Juicy Mist that you can use with your skincare. I like this one better. I think I actually am going to, this is going in the maybe pile. Maybe. If you want something with an SPF, this is the best one that I found at the drugstore. It will lock you in. This has a broad spectrum of SPF 30. If you need that, it does smell. It is a chemical sunscreen, so I don't use this one often, but if I know I'm gonna be out in the sun and there's just nothing else that can be done and I don't wanna disrupt my makeup, I will reach for this one. She is good. The NYX face glue, I'm finally gonna part with this one just because if you can see at the bottom how white that is, there's so much separation in here and you have to shake it so aggressively. The little bits that are, you know, doing what it needs to be done to glue your makeup onto your face kind of clog the nozzle and then make it spray a little bit weird. So we're gonna part with this one. One that I really love for hydration. It doesn't give you the same dewiness as MAC Fix Plus, but this one is really good. This is from In Beauty. And this is infused with aloe, witch hazel, and electrolytes. You can prep, set, and refresh. I definitely reach for this one to refresh. You can see I've gone through a fair amount. What ends up happening is I use like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I definitely go through Fix Plus the most and go through the Infallible the most. But throughout the day, I will spray on different mists. And this is one that I really like midday. All right, we're at 973. We're gonna cross that $1,000 like threshold really quick here. Thank you so much. How do you stay motivated to work out from home? I had to get a gym membership because I wasn't motivated at home. I think I got myself to a place where I kind of trained my brain that I just feel better when I work out. And I haven't put like this must do, like there's no like I have to work out for an hour. It literally is just this thing in my brain where in the morning, I'm like, okay, gotta get moving. How do I feel? Can I give my body 10 minutes? Do I feel like 30? Do I feel like doing a little cardio? Like, what is my body in the mood for? And it's kind of just like brushing my teeth at this point, where it's just something that I do every day because I feel really good when I'm doing that. And that's been the motivator. Like, you just have to find what motivates you. And if it is going to the gym, having some accountability with a workout buddy or a trainer, like do what's gonna work for you to get it done. But for me, it just started becoming this thing that my brain knew that I needed to feel really centered and energized, and I sleep better, and just all the benefits of it stack up so much. But I will say this, like everybody, when I was starting my workout adventure of like really being consistent with it, everyone's like, eventually you'll love it. Eventually you'll just be like, I love it. You know what? I look at the weights and I'm like, I hate this. Like ow. It does not feel good. I'm out of breath. I'm hot. I'm uncomfortable. My thighs hurt. I don't want to be doing this. But I kind of mentally like focus and get through it and hype myself up in my mind and tell myself that I'm proud of myself, and I get through it and I remind myself how good I'll feel after. And that has just been the way that I've done it. I'm not perfect with it, but I think there's something of like scheduling and knowing in your routine, like this is the time that I take for me to do this. And again, it doesn't have to be crazy, hour-long crazy workouts, 10, 15 minutes. It's a great place to start. Marjorie, as long as we move, I feel that's what's important. Yes. Even on the days when I do like slow movements, like if I'm feeling sluggish, I don't want to do the weights, I feel like I just don't have it in me, I'll do like a nice stretch workout for 15, 20 minutes. And I'll just go easy on myself. And literally my inner monologue, I'll just kind of be telling my body that like we're moving and like that counts. So it's just literally look at how much time you spend in your whole day, and to give yourself 15, 20 minutes, it's not a lot. Like it's not a lot. Prioritize it. And we live in a world where we're sitting down so much. We weren't designed to be sitting at a desk the way that many of us do. So if you just get that little time in the morning, it makes such a difference. Brenda, I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you for the super chat. I lost parents, closed a business, was broken by a hurtful divorce, filled with betrayal and menopause, all in 5 years. I am here and feel stronger than ever. Every day is a win and the sun rises. You have the right attitude, and I think that's amazing. And you are someone that carries a message to so many people that are still in the bitterness and in the betrayal. I think we all go through different trials, and to come out on the other side with a good attitude is like the name of the game. So thank you for sharing that. Jillian, I've been working out daily for over a year. Love Carolyn Gervin. But even after a year, I do not like exercising. Thank you. I am not alone in that, because honestly, every like athletic person in my life that's like, oh, just give it time. Oh, you'll start to crave it. And I'm like, I crave the result. Okay, don't get it twisted. Like the moment that I get out of breath or things are burning, I'm not like rejoicing in how amazing it is. Like I'm just not. But maybe that's just me. To Angela, FYI, if you have FSA, FHS, you can get sunscreens. Am I losing it? I don't know what that is. FSA, FHS, please explain further, because I don't know what that is. Have you tried the reformulated Urban Decay setting sprays? I have not, but because of that, you guys, because they have new ones, I kind of feel like out with the old, right? Like I kind of got to get rid of them. I'm keeping this one for sure. I kind of have to get rid of them. This needs to be donated. You guys, if you want a really good milky setting mist that is just always good, always, always good, Pixie, this is at Target. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist. This has hyaluronic acid, and I swear it makes your lines look less aggressive. It just really draws moisture to the face, but it's milky and it doesn't make you look overly shiny. So if you don't want the glow, you just want hydration, this one is so nice. I'm gonna give this one away, and we're getting rid of Urban Decay because I am gonna need to go and purchase the new formulation and see if it's good. I kind of feel like we're all a little bit disappointed. Maybe that's just me, but HSA, FSA, health savings account for sunscreen. Health savings account for sunscreen. They are for approved health expenses, an amazing type of account to have, but be sure your health plan allows it. Interesting. Well done. Wit says, I prefer home workouts. To be honest, I always start out hating it on some days, but I'll get a workout in and then a few miles in on other days. I do a little weights and that's it. Yeah, I mean, home workouts are amazing. I will say this, especially with cardio, like on the bike, the first 10 minutes are terrible for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this. Like, I don't know why. My legs won't even move, like in the warm up at like the low resistance, not going fast. And then once the body does warm up at about like the 15-minute mark, I'm like, wow, I'm able to handle so much more. So I do have those moments that are like, wow, I'm achieving something and this is great. But it's never like, I'm like, like I'm so enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? This is interesting, if you're in dry climates, do not use hyaluronic acid. It works by pulling moisture from your environment to your skin. If you're in a dry environment and it can't pull from there, it pulls from the skin. That's interesting. That actually is really interesting and does make sense. I basically live in Swampsville. Like, it is so humid that I feel like hyaluronic acid works well for me, but what you're saying does make sense. Jessica Lee just got some 5-pound dumbbells because I like the look of toned arms. Have a toddler, so I am close to the definition I'd like. Love that. Okay. How has the time just flown again? All right, you guys are having a lot to say about hyaluronic acid. Do we love it? Do we hate it? I personally love it. Even in California, which was a drier climate, never had an issue with it, but I have heard people talk about the drier climate kind of backfiring on the skin. If you think that's an issue where you're at, go with something like the Dalba, which uses an oil. You can see the oil just kind of kicks back to the top of the bottle and then you give it a little shake and it just mixes up beautifully. This one's really nice. To Claudia, no Ulta here in Canada and no delivery here either, but going to the USA soon for work. Need to know, have you tested the under eyes primer from Ulta? I have not. Like from the Ulta brand itself, I have a video where I tried a lot of Ulta brand products. That is on my channel. If you search for that, it will pop up. As far as like under eye priming, I'm into my embryo lace, like those little sticks that you can put on underneath concealer, and those work really, really well. But I'm curious what you're talking about. To Heather, every time I use a setting spray with hyaluronic acid in it or alcohol, my makeup cracks and slides and my skin gets super dry. That's so interesting, you guys. Try the Dalba or try Fix Plus because that's glycerin and it's just going to juice up the skin. If something with alcohol is drying you out to the point that your makeup is looking worse, then don't use it. To Colleen, do you put skincare on before or after your Amiro mask? I make sure that my skin is clean and then I typically just go in with the mask alone and I will follow up with my skincare. Now there is a brand of skincare that I am super curious to try that has a formulation that is said to be activated with red light. So I'll let you guys know how that works out. But where I'm at right now with my red light mask, I just clean skin and nothing on it, nothing to get in the way of that light absorbing into the skin is the way that I'm looking at it. To V Loves Red, so much of what you share strikes a deep chord within me. You may enjoy the book Succulent Wild Woman by Sark. Her books are written by hand in different colors, deep and joyful. That sounds gorgeous. Oh my gosh, we hit 1,000 likes. Thank you so much, you guys. I love hitting 1,000 within the live. It means a lot to me, so thank you. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to still hit the like button. I appreciate it. Tati, what's for dinner? I need dinner ideas. You know what? My food right now is so boring. I am probably going to have cucumber, rice, and chicken. Not the sexiest, not the most exciting, but I've kind of like leveled into this acceptance of eating more bland food, simple food, while my gut is taking her time to heal. But that is what is on the menu tonight. And then I am super into smoothies right now. That's something that my body's really, really enjoying. So right now I do unsweetened acai berry packets from Sambazon, and I do wild blueberries, spirulina. I do a little aloe juice. Sometimes I'll throw in like a little grape juice or other juices to sweeten it up, but I'm not adding additional sweetener. And I put in like a little vitamin C, some other electrolytes, what have you. And it's something that I look forward to every single day. So it's like a very dark smoothie, like dark berries, really rich in antioxidants. If you're someone that is autoimmune or struggling with inflammation, a berry smoothie can be so great and so pleasurable. To Mateo, Tati, I've been a subscriber for 8 years now, started watching at 16, I'm 24 now. Would you ever stream on Twitch alongside YouTube? Hugs from Colombia. You know, I've had it in the back of my brain to multi-stream, meaning like maybe figure out IG, TikTok, but I haven't thought of Twitch. I don't know what kind of audience I would have on Twitch, but I have thought about multi-streaming, yes. And thank you so much for being here. To Susie C, I thought skincare with the Amiro mask would help products absorb better. Depends. There are different studies that show that certain oils can block the penetration of the light. So I use a Juve for my body. I have for about 7-8 years. Like I have a larger panel for my full body, and I get undressed and stand there and just, you know, soak in all of that red light. And I do believe that red light is not only healthy for your mitochondria, ATP production, just energy production as a whole. It helps you with recovery, your muscles. It does so many great things that are scientifically proven. But I feel like the skin on my body is there's no pigmentation. Like it's really, really helped my skin as a whole. So I'm a huge advocate for it. And what I learned, and now there's always like going to be different studies that kind of conflict and contradict one another. But I've learned that you don't want to have anything oily on the skin. You just want the light to be able to penetrate, kind of like different ingredients can act as a sunscreen, so to speak. You don't want any ingredient that's going to block the job that you're doing, you know, by standing in front of a red light or doing a mask. So I've just on the safe side felt like I'll do the mask and then do my skincare after. We are almost at 2 o'clock. Let me share with you a few more that I'll be getting rid of. All the Urban Decay, getting rid of. Keeping this. I don't know how I feel about this one. Have you guys tried from Huda Beauty, the Easy Bake Setting Spray? I feel like I need to give her a few more tries. I'm not doing jumping jacks over this one. It's not my favorite, but she's still here being tested. This one from Ula, I think I'm getting rid of. I kind of want my mists to like do something. I want them to make the skin look more luminous. I don't want it to just be skincare. Like I want it to actually have some kind of an immediate effect. So the ones that don't, I'm just getting rid of. To Odyssey, my dad passed away at 45 from a massive heart attack. It scared me so bad that I started to take my health seriously and try to do what I can. Thank you for reminding us to take care of ourselves. Thank you so much for the kind super chat. I'm so sorry that you went through that. I think it's beautiful that you pulled something positive from it and changed your life as a result. And I just think that's awesome. If cucumbers cause any issues, simply remove the seeds and skin, and you should have a better experience digesting it. I always remove the skin. It's just like a constant thing. I feel better eating it without the skin, so I am high-fiving you over that. And James is still not back. So, where did he go? Or is he back? We have 5 minutes left. You can still like the live and I will still appreciate it. But we will be bouncing out in 5 minutes. You guys are noticing like what's in the background, and yes, good things are coming. That's all I will say. Very, very soon. I'm really excited. And thank you for sharing excitement with me. That's a long fed X run, right? That's what I say. He should be back. To Colleen, I got a new puppy. He's 3 months now. And adorable. Thinking of Puka. I love that for you. I'm kind of like, I am itching to get a dog. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so let me finish up here. The Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I liked this at first, and then for whatever reason, I stopped using it. I do want to put it in an upcoming e.l.f. video though, so we'll do that. This one's really great. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Detox Setting Spray. I kind of feel like anything Wet n Wild setting spray is good. For the drugstore, they're hands down my favorite for setting mists. They're not very expensive, and they always do such a great job. They have another one, this one right here I like even better, the vitamins. This one is a super nutrient face mist, and this one has vitamin B, collagen, fermented rice. It does have hyaluronic acid. A lot of things do. I'm going to have to do a deeper dive on the discussion that we had about hyaluronic acid for sure. And I just heard James is home. Did you try the Collection Ultra Wear Concealer yet? No, I have not. You guys, you don't help my purchasing of makeup. You have great recommendations, and I always get so curious over what you are recommending. Hi.
Hi. I am home.
You are home. We are almost done with live.
Yes, we are.
Ciate Watermelon Burst. I never use this, so goodbye. Ah! This one I do like from Indeed Labs. This is the Nano Set Blurring Setting Spray. This actually, again, like if you want an immediate effect, this I feel does blur the face. It's pretty wild, really good. And then to prep the skin, I'm actually gonna put these in my bathroom. I have from CosRx the Comfort Ceramide Cream Mist. This is really, really great. To even help your serums to penetrate more deeply, using a mist can go a long way. This one I have not tried out. This is the Neura something, Biome. I was sent this. I have no idea. I just kind of didn't really give it too much of a go. Nice mist. Okay. And then this one right here from Too Faced. Goodbye. I don't need you. Hangover RX. Yeah, this just kind of did nothing in my opinion. To Kurt, new palette on the horizon. Just seeing if you have a good poker face. Things are on the horizon for sure. Okay. Where are we at? I have a Zoom call to get to. We're 1 minute to 2 o'clock. You guys, do you like any of these mists that have shimmer in them? Because they kind of drive me a little bit batty, but my sister Larissa loves them. And so then I kind of think there's something wrong with me that I don't like them. I just don't like any of that like micro glimmer. I would actually prefer like a little dewiness from an oil or glycerin rather than having like the little actual sparkles on your face. What's your story with this? What do you guys think? And Justin King, you're here. Just wanted to pop in and say hello to everyone. I've had a busy day, so I missed it. No worries. Happy to see that you were here even just for a moment. All right. And I think I really did a decent job getting rid of a lot. MCO Beauty is out. She's out. She's done. So this is what I'm working with now. Just this. This. Better. And then there's all of this mess is going. So thank you guys for chit-chatting while I declutter and kind of give you my pros and cons on different setting sprays, finishing sprays. Thank you, Justin King. You like my hair. Appreciate it. And Janny Marie, don't like glitter on my face. I don't either. It just like it just makes me feel off. I think there are better ways to do it, just my opinion. All right, so I gotta bounce. She's got business to take care of, but thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Go and have the greatest day ever. Are you ready to shut it down with me, James?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I will see you guys next time. Go and watch the waterproof rundown, like tips, tricks galore, best in category recommendations, A to Z for a full face that is budge proof. That is on my channel right now. And then I will have a new video for you guys on Friday, and I hope to see you there. All right, I love you guys. Go have a good one. Mwah.